Ooh.
I wait for them to call me.
Well, I couldn't. And I was on hold this morning for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's what Tammy does, those calls, and the lack of service is so amazing.
I think that's general across the board for a lot of industries.
Yeah. Well, if somebody doesn't take that mindset, maybe you could make a lot more money.
Somebody's got some volume issue.
It's even getting to where you make plane tickets. She gets on the phone for all this time just to get plane tickets, and lately they make errors that have to be corrected, or they won't let you on the plane. It's bizarre.
I need to get one of those TSA pre-checks.
Yes, we've been saying that, and then we never do it.
It's
really
totally
nice to
worth it,
have.
Mark.
I've had it for
Totally
years.
worth it.
It's
Totally.
really worth the benefit.
We had someone we knew that worked with an airlines, and we got that taken care of on the side. But
They're doing it at Destin. They're doing like a special day at Destin if you make an appointment. I'll try and post it in a while.
Yeah. But it's going to be when I'm in Scottsdale.
All right.
When are you in Scottsdale?
I arrive tomorrow at 1.
Yeah, I think it's like the 14th of November, Mark.
It is. Yeah, I'm there from tomorrow at 1 until fly out on the 16th.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's a very
Vacation?
long time. No, NLP master practitioner training, 2 weeks.
All right, 8 o'clock, ding, 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 and the bell is off and running. So I like Mondays. I love Mondays. I do, right? Gives me a whole new week to do something. So that's cool. All right, I wrote on here, if you can see it or not, I had to write something, and here's what I got. In 1971, the median sales price for a house in the United States of America, $25,500. All right. Today it's 431,000. The lesson is buy and hold. Okay. Buy and hold.
Wow.
If a buyer tells you I'm waiting for prices to go down, the question is always how long are you going to own it? 10 days. All right. Fair wait. 2 years, fair wait. 5 years, maybe. 10 years, absolutely do not wait. Right. Be able to show people where the markets go or where the market been. Past performance doesn't indicate future, whatever. I call BS on that. It does, right? If I burn my hand on the stove in the past, I'm going to burn it in the future. Okay, so it does. Risk doesn't change. If you won in Vegas, that does not dictate you'll win in the future. But if you eliminate risk by knowing the history, the stats, the whatever, you eliminate risk. Knowledge is an elimination of risk. Okay. So know your poop, and you'll be fine. All right. So today, what I want to do is get our week off and running in the right direction. And I always finish the week with, finish strong. And I start the week with, let's have a big week, all this stuff. Then it occurred to me, I'm not so sure everybody even knows what a big week is. So I say, hey, let's go have a big week. Yeah. What's a big week? Oh, I don't know. Right? I don't know. And it reminds me of this, right? When you get a group of people together and you say, hey, you guys hungry? Yeah. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. And then you say a place. No, not there. It's like, oh, for God's sake. All right. Same thing here. I want y'all to have a big day, a big week, a big hour, a big whatever. But unless you're prepared to tell yourself, I don't really care, but to yourself what big is, and I'm going to break it down. Really, it's 3 things. You need to know what good is. What is a good day? You need to know what a great day is. What separates good from great? And then you need to know what a bad day is. Okay? We're going to talk about it in a minute. Good, great, and bad. Because you need to know before you leave, at the end of the day, before you close down whatever it is you're doing, whether you had a good day, a great day, or a bad day. You got to know. All right. For your own well-being. And here's the key. Put your ears like this. This is the key. You got to string good and great days together. You cannot let very many bad days in. All right. Bad days are killers. Now you're going to have them. You're going to have them once in a while, but you cannot let very many bad days get in. You have a whole ton of good days and you have a good number of great days. Cannot let the bad days go back to back to back. Feel me on this, guys? You hear me? You're going to have a bad day. Today might be a bad day. I don't know. But tomorrow, if today's a bad day, tomorrow can't be. And if you have 5 days, you're working in a week, you need 5 good to great days and maybe 1 every couple weeks. Do not let a bad day in. All right. And the way you do that is by understanding what a good day is, specifically, not just how you feel. All right. Feelings don't matter. Sorry. Doesn't matter. Okay. You got to identify what a good day is. And it's different for everybody. I'll give you an example. Good day for me is if I get 4 social media posts out. And if I can get all my people to make 10 contacts, this might be a great day. What am I talking about? This is a great day. And they take, or they set 2 appointments and take 1 listing is a great day for me. Right? That's not for you. You do your own grades, right? A good day is if I put out 1, they do 5. I'm going to hone this in better. Obviously, I'm struggling a little bit, but I got to do it too. You got to know a bad day is when we don't put out any.
Yeah, don't show up.
We don't show up.
Yeah.
Right. So when you leave this call today, I want you, before you do anything, right? Great. Well, start with good. What is a good day? And again, this is not about feelings. I felt good when I left. Bull crap. This is about production. This is about getting something done. You can do this in every aspect of your life. What would be a good situation for me? All right. And then write it out. If this, and this happen, that's a good day. And then a great day would be if this, and this plus this and this would be a great day. A bad day would be if this, and this doesn't happen by 1 or 2 or 3 of these. If you're going to lead gen for 3 hours, you only lead gen for 2 hours and 55 minutes. Put 5 more minutes in. Don't sell yourself short. Okay. That's commitment. All right. But you got to know, maybe lead gen for a good day, a great day, even is 2 hours for you. You put 2 hours and 55 minutes in. Whoa, winner. Okay. You got to know though, do not go by feel. You show me an airline pilot flying by feel, I'll show you the next crash. Don't do it. Do not do it. Okay. And then what you're going to do, you can start stacking these days together, these good days, because your habits will start to form. Your routines are going to start to form. Your schedule is going to start to form. Right. And it's going to be a schedule, habits, and routines built around successful productivity days, which is cool. But if you start stringing bad days together, you're going to get the same schedule, the same habits, and the same routines, except they're going to be leading towards crap. So don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. And like everything of what we do in your whole life, just not just this, but in everything, you're 100% control of that. Do not give that control to somebody else. Oh, but my kids. Oh, but my wife. Oh, but my, yeah, whatever. It's the person in the mirror writing your list is what matters. Okay. And I know stuff comes in. You're going to have a bad day once in a while. Good. You got to have bad days to know what the good ones are. I get that. All right. Do not let 2 bad days happen in a row. All right. Make good and great days. You with me on this? Jeff, you had something we talked earlier. How are you doing on that?
Okay, well, start at most people, certainly the new agents, select a goal that comes out of clear blue sky or thin air and has no meaning. I'm going to make $1 million one day or something, and they have no action plan connected, or it's not the best word, no energy connected to, I'm going to show up every day and I'm going for this. So how do you get meaning to your goals? You have to know what your mission is, I guess. Why did I get into real estate? What was I intending to do? And how do I position that so that it makes me get up every day and attack the day like John's talking about? So you have to figure out what your expenses are, and then maybe what a vacation is. I had agents that were the most motivated that scheduled some European vacation the year before, and they worked really hard to fund their life and that vacation. And that fired them up to show up. So you got to come up with some reality to it that's going to push you to act.
So let's go over a few questions. What makes a good day? I show up. All right, there's number one. Show up mentally, physically, emotionally ready, right? Leave the crap at home. Don't bring the crap to the office. And if there's crap at the office, don't bring it home. All right, that's why it's hard to have a home office. Okay, show up. What's another? Julie, what do you do over there in Scottsdale?
Well, I decide that I'm going to have 4 margaritas.
Write that down. Usually there's 5.
Hoorah.
No, you have to have specific, measurable with
Yes.
a deadline.
It's not feelings,
So-
it's specific. Like what?
Very specific. So for example, I'm going to make 20 calls today, or I'm going to visit 5 clients, or, deadline, and measurable. It's not, I'm going to make a bunch of calls. I'm going to make 20 calls and I'm going to do it by this time. Or you can have weekly. I'm going to make 85 calls. I'm going to visit, I'm going to door knock this many, but it has to have a number and a deadline.
And
Because
track
otherwise,
it.
how do you
gotta
measure whether
track
it's
it
good or
day
bad?
to day.
Yeah, you can't define whether it's good or bad if you don't have numbers and deadlines.
Perfect. Perfect. Then you can create a schedule based around what you're trying to get done. And then that schedule will turn into a routine, which turns into a habit, and you can't help but do it. That's a win.
And when you have, for example, you can have daily, but you can also have weekly goals. Like, so let's say you say, I'm going to make 75 calls or 100 calls. You can catch up the next day if you have a bad day. So, if you're going to have 100 calls and you only made 20, or it's easier sometimes to just have a smaller goal. Start out with, I'm going to write 2 notes every day. I'm going to knock on 1 door. I'm going to, when you're first starting out, don't make your goals so big that you fail. It's like when you start working out, I'm going to work out for 2 hours. Woo! No, I'm going to make my heart
I thought that was a week goal.
increase. What's that?
I thought 2 hours was for the week.
I'm going to make my heart rate increase for 20 minutes every single day, 5 out of 7 days. So you got to start where you can achieve it, because if you make your goal too big to begin with and then you fail, then the next day you won't do it.
You can't put bad days together, people. Do not do that.
So just make them small goals that you can achieve. I'm going to make 2 calls.
Yeah. And then 2 are easy, and then you go to 3. 3 will get easy,
Yeah.
you go to 4. Perfect.
Your confidence builds, your self-esteem grows, and then you keep getting better. You get a few wins under your belt. You get a listing, you get a buyer. Now you're pumped up. You're more motivated to do it the next day.
Absolutely true.
Yep.
So,
And I
Jeff-
think that process goal over just, outcome goal, be wed to the process.
Yeah.
Nope.
Fall in love with the process, and then it's not work. But how do you know how to prioritize your actions? You ask yourself the focusing question: what's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? And then what we talk about every day, how does this all get done? Time blocking. I'm preaching to the choir. You guys show up every day. And how do you stay on track? Accountability with each other, showing up on this call, a friend, a coach, a team.
So guys, when you leave this call today, what you need to do is you got to write down good. What is a good day? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And be specific. X number of contacts, X number of appointments. I don't know, 3 hours lead gen, 5 hours of lead gen, whatever your thing is. And you can make it specific to real estate because that's what we're on this call about. But what is a good day? All right. And then once you got good, how do you up it to make it a great? Right? Good plus blank.
So if you're new, like I would start out with how many hours are you going to lead generate? If you're brand new, it's how much time are you going to spend making contacts. If you've been around a little while, then it'll be, these are called lead indicators. So the number of contacts, then it would be number of contacts and an appointment goal. Now, when you get to be like John, have a team, you have showing up, number of contacts, number of appointments, and maybe taking a listing or a buyer every week, every person. So step yourself up. It's like Julie said, don't set yourself up to fail. Take it easy and work your way up into it. It's okay.
Let's get a piece of
So
paper. Let's say
along those
this.
lines, I would say, you know, when you first, Mark would know this, when you first run a marathon and you get in a training program or you first do, you know, a triathlon, they don't start you out with X amount of miles. They start you out with time. So just like with calls, you might say, or you're working out 20 minutes, 25 minutes, because you don't know how long a call might take. You don't know what you're going to say. You're nervous about how it's going to turn out. So commit to a certain amount of time and say, I'm going to do this for 30 minutes. Get a little timer, start the timer on your, you know, phone. And when the timer goes off, take a break. But do time goals to begin with until you start to understand how long it takes you to make a call or, you know, run a mile. But start out with, I'm going to do this for 20 minutes because you make it so easy that you can't fail. I can do this for 20 minutes. So you can get over some of your objections mentally and your own self sabotaging barriers.
Truth.
Ding, 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 ding. Perfect. Perfect.
And I think
Here's
on
your
the
paper.
days
If you
when
fill that out.
on the days when you're not feeling it, just make a commitment to just, you know, say your goal's 2 hours. If I'm not feeling it, go lead gen for 30 minutes. If after 30 minutes you're not feeling it, go take off. Odds are you'll get into the rhythm again.
All
When
right,
I
folks.
first started running, I would run for 20 minutes and I'd be super slow. I was just barely going a little bit faster than walking. But I just thought to myself, I can do this for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. If you want to. You want to. All right, folks. So here's the deal. It's Monday. It's an awesome day to set up a great week, right? So let's do that. Let's get going today. Have a good day, a great day. Don't have a bad day. Have a great day, right? And quite honestly, if you can fill out this form, you're well on your way to a great day. And then from here, you're going to create a schedule that will achieve these things. And then once you get that schedule, you commit to it, you're going to create a routine that achieves these things. And once you commit to that routine, you're going to create a habit and you won't be able to not succeed. Is that right? Whatever the Grammy, I'll take a Grammy for that. The grammar is on that. What else? So go to work. Let's go to work, people. Big day, big day.